Follow us on Twitter at TF Radio for news and updates.
Transformers, it's better than crack.
You're watching Radio Free Cybertron. For the latest Transformer news, reviews, and more, visit tformers.com.
This is Radio Free Cybertron episode 366. We are recording on June 4th, 2014, and I have already elicited facepalm from Exvee.
That's how you know it's going to be a good show.
It's going to be fun.
That's just the kind of night this is turning into.
Also on the show this week, we have Don, Diecast, and Melvar. Gentlemen, how's it going?
Plus, the facepalm got me top billing this week.
That's true. I'm your host, Brian Kilby.
A little warm.
Nobody cares, Brian.
I know.
A little warm for those of us living in the South.
It is. I spent all day like in Hickory at a Crawdads game, and I'm all red because I didn't put on sunscreen because I'm an idiot.
And see, like, it's not even that hot here, but it's extremely humid. And so as soon as you step outside, you want to die.
That's how it feels in here right now because I have the door closed so no sound will come in.
Now, see, it was nice. I went grocery shopping this afternoon, and Aldi was actually so cold inside that when I went back out, my glasses fogged up.
Nice.
So they at least know how to treat, their customers and employees.
Did you get any Jive while you were there?
They have not had Jive bars in a long time. I'm really disappointed because those were actually pretty good.
I thought that they had sold out of Jive or they had quit doing it, but it looks like it's in new packaging now. So maybe they were just trying to sell through.
I'll have to take a look next time I'm there. I mean, I've gone so long without seeing it, I kind of just stopped looking.
I haven't been to an Aldi since they had Prime Deluxes for $4.99 2 Christmases ago.
Don, you need to correct that. As a swinging bachelor, you really could do yourself well by shopping at Aldi.
I will keep that.
Aldi got good stuff, too.
I love Aldi. Aldi is the best supermarket ever.
Aldi has really good quality stuff for the most part.
This podcast brought to you by Aldi. So I want to remind everyone some housekeeping things. If you are not already a fan of us on Facebook, go to facebook.com/tfradio. There you will find the best and latest news that we have to share. It's great. It's fun. You can interact with us, and it's pretty awesome. And also, follow us on Twitter at tfradio. So coming up on June 25th is when we will be releasing our JD Memorial episode. So you have just a little over a week now to get me your favorite JD moments. I've received several, but I can always use more. So just let us know what your favorite moments with JD were. Send that to contact@tfradio.net. You can email me directly, brian@tfradio.net. Facebook, Twitter, there are lots of ways. So let us know, and we will have that show out for you on the 25th. And it just occurred to me, talking with Don, that Botcon is approaching really fast. So we try to do like a live show, if not at Botcon, then during Botcon, especially during the Hasbro brand panel. So this year, I think we're going to try to do that. I guess that's going to be, what, the 20th? The 21st. The 21st.
Yeah, my birthday, as a matter of fact.
That's awesome, Don. You get
Happy birthday, Don.
Yeah, so, and I will be tweeting live from the Hasbro event unless they say no Twitter, no tweets or nothing.
So your birthday is exactly 2 weeks after mine. That's pretty sweet.
Well, that
I'd be surprised if
means,
they ban tweeting. It's just recording. It's not reporting.
Yeah.
I'm just saying unless they just say, for some reason no cell phones at all. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But with every tweet you get free typos.
That's true. So
and possibly a phone number.
Yes. And no credit card number
maybe if
yet.
I get really excited, I'll give you Exvee's credit card number.
I have it. So basically, we are going to try to do that. That'll be on the 21st, and the show, like I said, the JD Memorial will be on the 25th. But it looks like if we don't see it sooner, at the very least, we will be seeing not Dark of the Moon, Age of Extinction on the 26th, which means on the 27th, we will be releasing our review of the movie. So we'll have that out for you. So don't forget. And I'm going to try my best for the episode for the 18th, which will be episode 368. We are going to have a big Dark of the Moon blowout episode. We have gone, oh God, for the longest time trying to not talk about spoilers, etc.
Age of Extinction, you did it again.
Around Age of Extinction. Yeah. AoE. I'm just going to say Transformers 4.
Or, you know, yeah, you could be like those people and say Transformers.
At least I didn't say Revenge of the Fallen.
Yeah, but
it
who wants
can't
to
get worse
remember...
than Revenge of the Fallen.
It's such a terrible
Nobody
movie.
even wants to remember Revenge of the Fallen. It's a good reason that you don't say Revenge of the Fallen when you're talking about the new movie.
Give me your face.
But besides that...
Give me your face is awesome.
Revenge of the Fallen is the same thing as if they had done Highlander 2, which they didn't. As we all know.
They did Highlander 2, then they undid Highlander 2, then they undid it again. Unredid it.
See, even Paladin said just call it Transformers.
Yeah,
he's been saying calling it that for over a year.
He's been calling it that.
He's been saying that since they announced it. Yeah.
No, he's been calling it that since before Dark of the Moon came out, and we didn't even know there was going to be a Transformers 4.
We knew.
No, but definitely as an
before it was officially announced.
Definitely as an FYI for the fans, most people don't realize if you're watching the live show today, the tickets, the pre-sale tickets for the movie went on sale today. And I actually checked it. It linked me to the Friday, the 27th showings. And then I clicked back to Thursday, and I found a 9 p.m. showing, which is surprising. So if you're listening to the show and you want to see the movie and you want to see it when it comes out, check that 9 o'clock showing, because it looks like a lot of the movie theaters have a 9 o'clock showing on Thursday.
I'm not going to a 9 o'clock showing on Thursday.
Why not?
You should.
You definitely should.
No, I'm going to
add to that opening weekend gross.
If you were close, I would pick you up and drag you out of your house to see that at 9 o'clock, but
you'd have to climb over my gate first.
I can do that. That's no problem. Climbing is definitely an option.
You would have to get past our guns.
Do you have a dog?
Many.
The dogs I worry about. Everything else I can handle.
Also, there's a moat. It may or may not be on fire.
Magical fiery moat.
So when did you
I didn't say what the moat was filled with, did I?
Sounds like you moved to Detroit, Exvee.
Yeah, it does.
No. That would be a moat made of burning trash cans.
So again, we are going to have our Age of Extinction, our AoE Transformers 4 blowout episode on Wednesday, June 18th, 2018, which is episode 368. So if you want to know more about Age of Extinction, I'm going to keep doing it. Just check that episode out. So on the show this week, we don't have This Week in History because I forgot to do it. But Larry Hama was born on June 7th, 1949. So it makes him exactly 30 years older than I am. So there you go.
Okay.
And also, let's see here. No, This Week in History. We do have Q&A with Rob Springer and the news. So let's go ahead and start off with that. So, Exvee, what in the hell? So the San Diego Comic-Con 2014 set, Knights of Unicron. I mean, it's like what? Transformers meets Van Halen?
It's hair metal Transformers.
I think it's more like Transformers meets Poison. Yeah.
Or Cold Slither Generation 2.
No,
It's
Cold
an
Slither was
ET
way worse than this.
Yeah, it's an ET exclusive. So does that mean
is this what they're doing instead of
Hasbro?
Is this what they're doing instead of the G.I. Joe crossover set this year?
Yes.
Maybe. So so we're basically getting a gem crossover this year.
That makes more sense for 2015. But this is...
Does anyone have any interest in this?
No.
Okay.
Especially not for $185. So, okay.
is that what it's going to be?
Let's talk about that. What are all the things we could do with $185 that aren't this?
Oh God, I could donate it and actually like create good in the world.
No, seriously.
$185 will buy you a third-party Dinobot.
Or, 2 third-party toys I actually want.
Yeah.
Well,
$185 would buy me a really nice steak.
I've never had a steak that expensive.
Me either, but I'd like to try.
I think $60 was the most I've ever paid for a steak.
The most I've ever paid for a steak was $30 when we were in Dallas. It was a good steak, too.
I had chicken fried steak. It was good.
Chicken fried.
It was good.
I think that's what JD had, too.
That's what John had it. It was good.
I had the ribeye.
I'm looking at these pictures, and as much as I love, say, Generation 2, I can't even get behind these.
So this seems like a really bad April Fool's joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so, the hope I have here is that since... Okay, last night, literally last night, I was thinking, okay, we probably won't know what the Transformers Comic-Con exclusive is until Botcon, because they will wait and reveal that during the Saturday panel. So then, of course, I wake up today and this exists, and I wonder what world I'm in. But that's not really the point. I'm thinking they went ahead and revealed this through Entertainment Tonight exclusively, because the thing that, their, actual collector-oriented exclusive, which will probably be the smaller one this year, they will reveal at BotCon. So I think there's still hope for something that we will want to have.
Or all of the Transformers brand panel information will be revealed on Entertainment Tonight. Or possibly somewhere on the E-Network instead. And nothing will actually be unveiled at BotCon.
Well, probably nothing will be unveiled at BotCon to that degree anyway, because Comic-Con the following month.
Right.
Sad trombone. This makes me sad. I mean, okay, on the plus side, they're doing something different.
Yeah.
I will give them that much. It's not just my guess was a Nemesis Prime repaint of Evasion Mode Optimus, which seemed really likely because they've done that sort of thing before.
That could still be the smaller one.
Yeah, this is radically different but just weird. It's kind of like someone, I don't know, was on acid when they decided when they designed this, and somehow it got all the way through to production.
Well, if this, if this design team is trying to think out of the box and be
out of the box,
I'm just saying, I'm going to applaud them for doing stuff.
Originality.
I will give them an A+ for originality. This is something that I personally would not spend the money for, but from a standpoint of if you want a unique collectible, and you're a rock and roll fan and you're a Transformers fan, this may be something to look for getting. It's just everyone I know likes their stuff to fit together. Mm-hmm. This really wouldn't fit any particular place except maybe not Kiss Players, but the line that came after Kiss Players. With
no, that'd be Kiss Players with capital Kiss.
Nice. So basically, this is my thought of this. So if this was a custom that somebody posted to the T-Formers Customs blog or to AllSpark, I would say, hey, nice attempt. Why don't you do something not shit next time? And
whoa!
I think Will West on Twitter summed this up pretty well. The Knights of Unicron set just proves that Hasbro has access to drugs you haven't even heard of yet.
Yes.
I've never actually seen a Transformer with hair other than maybe a Beast Wars figure.
Mott-Kick has hair.
I don't even know who Mott-Kick is.
Mott-Kick is a horse.
Beast Wars Neo.
Yeah.
Beast Wars. I said, excluding Beast Wars.
Oh, Rob Clay mentioned in the chat that he was expecting a special deco Generations leader Megatron with Autobot insignia.
Yeah, we talked about that before. When Rob was on, I think when Rob was on a couple weeks ago.
Okay, I don't remember that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that would be neat.
Mm-hmm. It's probably still a little too early for that, though.
For that one,
Metroplex debuted through Comic-Con, right?
And so did
that was the first time that mold was available.
And so did Bruticus.
And I think so did shoot, I had this just a second ago and it just totally went out of my head. See, down to 30s is when the memory starts to go.
Are you in your 30s now?
I am 30 this year.
Oh, wow. God, you're old.
See, I figured out that's why we were talking about Aldi so much at the start of the show, because it's not that the podcast is brought to you by Aldi, it's that the podcast is brought to you by men who are in their 30s.
Yes.
Except for Don, who's in his 40s.
I think the deluxe first edition Transformers Prime,
The Cliffjumper.
Yeah, those two also technically debuted at Comic-Con just because their assortment didn't actually make the regular retail first.
Yeah. So I was thinking, I would actually think that old Voyager class animated Megatron would look pretty nice as an Autobot, as an exclusive.
Animated Voyager?
Yeah, it was Leader class. Leader class.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Yeah, the Leader class Megatron would actually look pretty nice as Autobot Megatron. Actually,
yeah. They'd have to. It would take a little bit of retooling though, because they did not only change the button, but the shape of the opening in the chest for it.
Mm-hmm. But when I first saw Megatron, I'm like, oh, hey, it just sort of clicked for me.
Well, it'll probably something completely. This other exclusive will be something out of the blue, like Wingblade Nemesis Prime from that animated pack that came out near the end of the line, or something. Something completely out of left field.
I don't think there's anything more left field than this.
So I've been thinking today, and only half jokingly, they juggled the Generations case assortments, and Crosscut kind of went missing. But they did produce Crosscuts because loose ones were for sale on eBay a couple months ago. So maybe Crosscut will turn up as a small Comic-Con exclusive.
I would hate that.
Oh,
I would have to spend $30 for it, but I guess I'll have to do that anyway, probably.
Quite possibly. I mean, Hasbro assures us it's still coming, but
yes. So is
coming a Comic-Con exclusive.
What were you going to say, Diecast?
I was going to say so is RC, but
yeah.
I still think that's because they're going to release Windblade for sure. Yeah. That toy is done. We've seen the toy. That's coming, and I think if they're going to do that, RC and Chromia are still happening too.
Yeah.
Would they do it in the same wave though? Because they don't like to do girls in the same wave.
No, I don't think so. And that's probably the way I would see it is 3 waves total. One wave would feature Crosscut and maybe Windblade. The next one would feature G-Axis and either RC and Chromia or
I forgot about G-Axis.
Yeah, that's still a thing that's supposed to happen too. And the next wave would be some combination of those toys.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
That's how I see it going down right now, and I think we still have a couple unaccounted for recolors too. We don't know anything, if anything's being done with Tankor, for instance.
Yeah,
there's still stuff that we're not sure of, and that's gonna start turning up after the big movie push is done.
Tankor could be repainted as Tankor.
Or Quake.
Yeah.
3H Quake.
Yeah. Hey, so moving out of order, I forgot to mention this. So some news items for this week. Rampage was shipping. Got my Rampage. Barricade shipping. Barricade and Frenzy. Got that.
A lot of people have got that so far.
So I really actually like Rampage. I'm sort of surprised how much I like Rampage.
Okay, so there's been kind of a difference of opinion with people who've gotten Rampage in person. How small is the head compared to how it looks in the pictures?
Oh, it's tiny. It is about the size of an eraser on a number 2 pencil.
Wow.
It's tiny.
So it's just like what happened with Punch Counter Punch.
For the same reason.
I think it's smaller than that.
That's what people have been saying. But it's for the same reason. There's a fixed amount of space within the toy that the head can occupy, and that design requires, some width.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't hate the size of the head doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. I guess because if it were supposed to be a person, it would because it's just completely out of scale. But they're not people; they're robots.
Well, that and Rampage was always huge anyway.
Yes,
and huge Transformers are generally depicted with smaller heads in proportion to their bodies.
Right. So if you have Cosmos, the Legends Cosmos, The head is a little larger than that, so.
That's
Oh wow, that's
a lot smaller than it appeared in the pictures.
Yeah, it's a little larger, so it's not bad. So I haven't. I started to transform barricade. I'm like, why? This is the mode that I want to keep it in. The car mode. I don't really need to transform it. I don't like, since there's so many panels that have to line up in the vehicle mode. I'm just going to leave it because I hate panel formers, and Prowl is pretty much a panel former. So he's staying in vehicle mode. But Frenzy's pretty cool. I didn't have any of the Micron. What are they called? The
Arms Microns.
Arms Microns. I didn't get any of those. I know JD when he was into buying all of these, but I never did. It's pretty nice. It's unpainted, but I'm fine with that. I mean, it's the same color as Frenzy in the movie. Silverish, so that's not bad. A couple other things were showing up this week. I think it just made the news. The Grimlock Age of Extinction Creo kit. That's basically, what is it called? The actual
G1
name?
Grimlock.
Grimlock Unleashed. So basically, it's a G1 Grimlock kit that comes with Optimus, Bumblebee, Galvatron, Lockdown, and a G1 Grimlock robot. It's $25 at Toys R Us. I'm actually pretty excited about this one. This may be the first kit, the first Creo kit that I actually display, and that doesn't go into a box. So,
It's a nice looking Grimlock.
yeah, it really is. So I'm pretty stoked about that.
Will you open him and put him together, or you're just going to leave it in the box and display it like that?
Nice. I've already opened it.
Okay.
I actually put my Creo kits together. I don't buy that many. Ooh, I say actually, let me take that back. About 50% of them I put together. Normally, I just buy them for the Creon that comes with them, and then sometimes I'll just donate the Creo kit. Yeah, I'm bad, but I really don't care.
Oh, Brian, I was going to mention that Dinobot DVD is sort of as a companion thing, if that's okay.
Yeah, mention that. So
yeah, basically it's a Dinobot's Greatest Hit DVD is out. I saw this at Target today. It includes 6 episodes. War of the Dinobots, SOS Dinobots, Heavy Metal War,
love Heavy Metal War.
Yeah, which is all the Family Home Video titles for the G1 episodes. You've also got Desertion of the Dinobots.
And we have an issue with Skype. We lost Don. Okay. Yeah, isn't that great? So what Don was going to say, it also comes with Grimlock's new brain.
Yeah. What happened?
We had an issue with Skype.
Yeah.
Okay.
But speaking of Target, we also have the Grimlock and Optimus Prime 2-pack. It's the Voyager Grimlock and the Deluxe Optimus Prime from Dark of the Moon, I guess, for $29.99. That's the Grimlock with the chrome and the Prime with the chrome. So not a bad price for 2 figures.
And what's interesting is that Optimus Prime was a Walmart exclusive Optimus Prime for Dark of the Moon, because we got in 2 versions of that, the regular and the Lunafire, which had some gold coloring on the second version.
But since then it was also released with the MechTech weapons trailer to general retail.
Yeah, it was actually, as a matter of fact, I've got that. It's right in stereo.
Of course you do.
Yeah, but it's the Japanese MechTech trailer, but it's the deluxe Prime versus the Voyager Prime that they got in Japan.
I'm looking at Grimlock right now, and I'm zooming in, and I don't know if it's intentional or not, but the Autobot symbol on his chest is faded or scuffed. So I guess this is a test shot that probably got dropped. I mean, that's such a crappy toy, but yeah, I mean, this doesn't really do anything for it. And when will we ever get that Megatron?
Never.
Yeah.
Now, which Megatron is that?
Beast Wars.
Beast Wars out of that mold, yeah.
It'll probably end up at Ross like 5 years from now, and
maybe that'll be the San Diego Comic-Con thing.
No, if nothing else comes of it, it'll turn up in 2016 when Botcon does the 20th anniversary of Beast Wars.
The 20th anniversary of Beast Wars will probably be an Armada homage. So,
no, it'll be called Beast Wars, but it'll be Armada and Energon.
Yeah, I'm kidding. I love the sets. Oh, but
I mean,
even
whatever-
if most of them have nothing to do with their themes.
you know, when I get my GoBot set, I'll be happy. Let's see here.
So you got that to look forward to for the rest of your life. Don's still waiting for more regeneration.
Yeah, actually, speaking of,
It's nice to have dreams, isn't it?
That's true. So we have more test shots from the Botcon set this year, specifically around Scorponok. There's one of it for DevCon too, but here's what the head looks like up close. Zarak is looks really nice. Like, if I didn't know this was a remold of Spike, I would totally not believe it. So,
Well, I saw this, I can't remember where I saw this, so this is not my idea. But one thing they were talking about is, why did they make a new character when they could have used Zarak's daughter as the headmaster or headmistress for Scorponok? Which I didn't even think of, surprisingly, until someone mentioned it to me.
You've seen what, Spike is built like, right?
Right.
the abs, the blocky shoulders, the barrel chest.
Well, I'm just saying, as far as the fiction goes, I'm saying it's a good point that they could have used the daughter versus making up the son. It's just something I hadn't thought of, but
Well, they could have just used Zarak.
Now he's in the old villain's home. Him and Galvatron are still arguing on the porch in rockers.
Yeah, Galvatron killed him, as far as I'm concerned. But no, there's no reason they couldn't have used Zarak. So, but yeah, this is definitely a dude. But actually, I guess all of the headmasters pretty much are shaped like this. Because I'm thinking what Arcana pretty much looks like a dude. So, yeah, okay. But yeah, so we have new photos of this.
Looks nice.
Yeah, it looks nice. I don't really know that... it's not the must-buy for the set for me. Again, DevCon is the one that I really want. But a friend of mine at work actually had messaged me about this. He was like... how did he put it? He was like, could I get... It's like, is there an homage for G1 Scorponok that I could get that would be cheaper than... G1 Scorponok? And I'm like, well, there's the Botcon version that's coming out, and you'll probably end up paying $200 for it aftermarket. Yep. There's the Titan class non-transforming version that's $600. You're better off just buying G1 Scorponok.
Now, not that we're not advocating piracy of any sort. But
there's a knockoff. There's a KO.
Yeah. There's supposedly a high quality knockoff of Scorponok available out there in the interwebs.
Yeah, I don't know where you could get it, but I've seen photos of it. It's actually, it's a very high quality KO.
But it's also expensive.
Yeah, so you're pretty much just better off buying G1 Scorponok. I'm like, buy a junker. It's not like parts are hard to find for this thing. He's way easier to complete than a Fort Max.
Well,
or a
Perfect Effect and Make Toys are both working on their versions too.
The sketches that we've seen so far do nothing for me.
Well, yeah, that's just Make Toys. We don't really know much beyond the Headmaster what Perfect Effect is doing, but
yeah. Let's see here. What else do we have? So, no photos, but we talked about this before. The Transformers Generation 2014 Volume 2 poll of all the toys that were basically up to be selected for the next book exclusive. Alpha Trion is currently leading the way.
I'm not really surprised by that.
No, me neither.
Me neither.
It's my favorite.
Well, it's probably the best choice out of all of them because that's something that's not really ever going to get made for retail.
Yeah.
Well, neither is Go Shooter.
Yeah, Go Shooter.
Go Shooter actually has more of a chance in Japan. Like, that's something Takara could conceivably do as a mainline thing.
What about a Metal Hawk?
Well, if they did the Metal Hawk out of Armada Starscream like my concept was, that would work pretty well too.
I know we got the Botcon Metal Hawk, but it just seems to
me
but
like, I want a good Metal Hawk.
Yeah, it just seems to me like there's a lot of potential there for Takara to do a Metal Hawk. So
there absolutely is.
And one thing, I'm not sure if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but there are none of the Omnibots listed in these top 4, which
that's a good thing.
Well, it's like it's good. It's good because it's so hard to choose between all three. But it's bad as not even one made it into the top.
It's easy to choose between at least two of them because that one out of the Ironhide is terrible.
The Ironhide mold, which nobody needs to have.
True, but unfortunately, it does fit Camshaft's original design the best of what's as far as the overall silhouette. But I was kind of hoping at least.
My thinking is that if any of the Omnibots had made it to... If any of the Omnibots ended up winning this, that probably would have locked in the other two for the following 2 years of exclusives.
Yeah, so... I'm sure there's plans on all of these to get them out at some point. Because I can't imagine them going that far with the designs and such and not have some kind of...
Designs take...
Done. I can Photoshop any one of those in about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And probably have them look a little better.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that's not a lot of work.
In all honesty.
I thought they'd be a lot more...
It's the same thing FunPub does to propose exclusives.
Yeah. Yeah, Photoshop is pretty easy, Don.
Okay.
That's why they sold so many copies of it, because people know how to use it.
Don, I have a whole thread of these at Allspark. You can go look that up and see...
Okay, all right. I thought it'd be a lot more work than what apparently it is.
No. You know, if they were taking test shots and hand painting them into the proposed color schemes, that would be a little more ridiculous.
But that would still be doable.
It would, but it would be like the most inefficient way. The second most inefficient way. The most inefficient way would
be molding them, making them. Yeah.
Yeah. Make actual production samples in those colors just for magazine photos for potential exclusives to be voted on. And I really think some of the stuff that appeared was basically sacrificial anyway, like the Fallen from Onslaught.
Yeah.
And sadly, probably Silverbolt too.
Yeah. Hey,
but that one's what, number 3 on the list?
I don't know. I didn't actually look at the results.
Yeah, I think the 4th one is that Black Drift. Silverbolt's 3, Go Shooters 2, and Alpha Trion's 1.
I'm even if Alpha Trion wins, I kind of hope they do Go Shooter next year.
I'd like to see all 4 of those done. I like that Drift as a troop builder personally.
I assume Drift is supposed to be more like Deadlock.
Yeah.
And they just, for Japan, it's easier to call it Black Drift.
I want to point out, too, that while Alpha Trion, of course, was used in the Transformers, then later on in Japan would have been used in 2010, my favorite use of Alpha Trion is in Headmasters. So,
what do you do in Headmasters?
He, spin around randomly. Yeah. So, does anybody want that Dunkin' Donuts Drift?
Yes.
The cup topper?
I would like some
But that would mean going to a Dunkin' Donuts.
I go to a Dunkin' Donuts every day.
In the Philippines, yeah.
Oh, never mind.
You can get it by going to Dunkin' Donuts, but you have to, go to the Philippines.
Well, Krispy Kreme is better anyway, so that's...
Not for coffee. For donuts, absolutely not for coffee. Dunkin' Donuts coffee is way better.
Fine, I'm not a coffee drinker.
I don't like coffee, but I like caffeine.
They also not only have a Drift, they have a Prime and a Bumblebee.
Yeah, I just like Drift the best.
Prime and Bumblebee. You can't do anything without Prime and Bumblebee.
Apparently not.
But yeah, so that looks pretty cool. Let's see here. So I think we've mentioned this before. I love this thing. The Convoy pen. We have new photos of it. It's going to be the worst pen ever. We have new photos. Apparently, they're also doing a Scourge version and Ultra Magnus.
And Ultra Magnus is an HLJ exclusive.
Yeah. So it's what, 50 or $60 basically.
About $50 Japanese retail.
But I so want this.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely cool. I mean,
it's a really nice little Optimus body design figure.
It's amazing. That basically it transforms into a frickin' pen.
Sentinel Company's figures are really highly regarded. So I mean, I don't think there's going to be any question about the build quality or the mobility of it. Obviously, from these pictures, it's just going to be expensive for something that's 4 inches tall.
So this should start a new sub-brand called Pen Label, and we should get all Transformers as pens.
Well, that would be a good way to get a Rung toy out.
It would, but they probably wouldn't do it because it's not G1.
Well, no, they wouldn't. But the one time Rung's, or the first time Rung's alt mode appeared, he basically was the shape of a pen.
Yeah. Here's Nemesis, or here's Scourge.
Yeah, I have to say, I am really impressed that they've got that much character in something that small. It's just, apparently all their stuff is a little on the pricey side for size versus price.
Yeah, but a lot of their stuff is also, full of metal too.
Yeah.
And like I said, from everything I've heard about Sentinel's figures, the quality is really high, so the price is justified if you're into that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, I remember Evangelist was speaking on how he held them in high regard on some of their other products. So, I'm tempted by this. It's just,
It's the worst pen you'll ever buy.
Yeah. Most uncomfortable.
That includes the 25 pack you got from Dollar Tree.
Yeah, so my question is, of course, because it transforms their joints, etc., pens are typically stiff. I think this is going to fall limp in your hand.
Well, I think there's probably going to be a lot of tabs on it. So when it's in pen mode, it's going to have to lock together pretty solid, just to be a functional.
Yeah, I just worry that eventually this thing is going to have really loose joints, and it's just
but eventually it's going to run out of ink too, and it won't really matter.
Yeah, I guess it actually doesn't have. I guess you can't use like the Bic refills or anything in this, or a Zebra refill.
Probably not.
I think you can. I think it's one of these insert pens into the holder, because basically if you look at one of the figures from the back, it looks like it has a little port where the pen would insert into on his back.
So you think it's just a pen holder, not a pen by itself?
Yes.
Okay. It would be great. I have like a bajillion Zebra refills, so if I could reuse those, that would be fantastic.
I'm sort of surprised they didn't call him Optimus Prime.
It would be Convoy, so it'd be Penvoy. So,
well, most Optimus stuff in Japan is Optimus Prime now. This one's just going, kind of retro.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it started with the movie line the first time. That's when they started calling him Optimus Prime, and most of the classic stuff since then, and the Masterpiece was still Convoy because I guess old cartoon, but most new product stuff is going by Optimus Prime now.
Didn't know that. Didn't realize. So here are those the Goken, Optimus Prime, and Grimlock figures that you were talking about earlier before the show, Don. They look really nice. Do we know how much they're going to cost?
About 170,
150, 160, something like that.
How big are they?
About yay big by yay big.
Does that mean you don't know? Or?
I'm trying to remember.
I think they're about 6 or 7 inches tall.
Oh no, Grimlock looks way better than Optimus. Optimus kind of looks stupid, but Grimlock looks pretty amazing.
See, I'm trying to get the sizes here real quick. They are. I thought I saw it right here.
They are expensive.
It's 180 millimeters. If anyone can.
18 centimeters, so about 6.5, 7 inches.
Yeah.
But it weighs 2 pounds, almost
Jeez.
3. It weighs
That's
almost
the
3
metal.
pounds.
Yeah, it does
That's
have
the metal.
die-cast in it, so.
Well, we can't say it's a lost art.
Oh God, Don. I was going to mention the Bold Forms Lone Wolf Voyager class Motor Master, but now that I look at it, it's just a render, so I'm skipping that.
Now, if it was line art, we could count it, but it's not.
Yeah, I like line art. So, Toy World.
I don't even think we should count line art.
Well, I mean, it's not a shadow.
Yeah, but if you're not going to count a render either, a render is a step beyond line art.
I know. But it's a crappy looking render. So the Toy World TW05 Mini Cooper, not Goldbug figure. We have new photos of that.
I was getting I was getting a little worried because we hadn't heard anything since Trace came out at all.
And that was several months ago.
Yeah, because I mean, I've got Trace right here, the not Chase.
Well, it's not encouraging either because Trace and Aurora, I think, both went on clearance at Big Bad Toy Store during the winter.
Share that again, Don.
Oh, sorry.
It's bigger than I thought.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a largish deluxe.
Okay, compared to Action Master Snarl.
That
Okay.
doesn't help.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
You have a can of Coke.
Okay.
Or maybe a pack of cigarettes.
Red alert. Woo, woo, woo.
Okay, so they're about the
that
same
is a little bit
size.
bigger.
A deck of cards.
A AAA battery.
So, but I am glad to see them,
How big is it compared to Massey?
He's in the window. I'm not going to bother him or he'll attack me. So, I am personally glad to see them announce the next one because I was really getting worried about. But again, Toy World they've also got their own Headmaster series going on and some other things. So, again, it's just the whole jockeying for position, apparently.
Yeah, it's like when people want to talk about like doing podcasts. I'm like, well, what podcast do you want to do? I want to do this, and this. Well, how much time do you have?
No, that's not when you're talking to people about it. That's you.
No, I do one podcast a week, dude.
I know, but you want to do this, and this.
Exactly, but it's like I know enough that I have a finite amount of resources and time to do it. So I'm not trying to juggle like 5 or 6 or 7 different shows. Just like these guys probably shouldn't be juggling 5 or 6 or 7 different toys.
Well, and along the same line, where's Fans Project lately?
Yeah.
We
They
got
work
3
on
of
something and then they release it. Is pretty much Fans Toys' new thing.
Fans Project. We got 3 of their 5 planned Headmaster figures, and we haven't really heard anything from them since.
Smart
It's
Robin.
been 2 months at least 2 months since we heard about Mind Wipe, and we haven't heard anything about it since.
It's been longer than that.
And
The last thing they put out was Revolver.
I got mine
Which
right
is a-
today.
yeah,
that was
completely
Fans,
different
and that was
line.
Fans. Yeah, that was Fans Project
Project.
Core, which is not all the same team.
I got mine wiped today.
and
The
we
Creon, but
The
Yeah.
Freon.
and we completed Intimidator months ago. So
After months of waiting,
yeah.
because what was it? M3 is that what they called Motormaster?
Yeah.
That was delayed at least half a year.
Yeah.
I mean, Fans Project does really nice stuff, but they're way overextended.
Yeah.
And I am starting to worry about their Mind Whip and Skull Cruncher not even happening because they're doing too many things.
Yeah.
Don't say that. That's
Yeah.
Skull
I know,
Cruncher is
I
the
know.
one I'm waiting for.
everyone I know that does third party wants that Alligator Con.
Yeah, that too.
That's the one I want. I don't give a crap about Skull Cruncher. I want the
I want
Alligator
them
Con.
both.
I want them
Yeah,
both.
I want both.
I say I
I
don't give a
want
crap.
that. I want that Minerva, but again, like we all said, that Minerva was a render
It was
and
a
not an
sketch.
actual.
It was actual.
Yeah, so
No, it was a render.
Was it a render?
Was, yeah, it was. But it was not to the same level of completion as the other ones.
but that Minerva could be a lot of people's only chance for getting a decent G1 Minerva.
So if they're doing Headmaster Junior figures, are they going to be smaller than the other Headmaster figures?
We haven't heard anything about that.
We have to worry
Yeah,
about
it's-
them finishing the first run before we worry
Yeah,
about
sure.
Headmaster Junior.
No,
showing
because
up.
it was TFCon 2012 when they announced their Headmaster series to start with, and we've heard about everything to one extent or another since then, except for that Minerva. So that's either dropped for now or way back burnered.
I think
Which I
Fans
think
Project. I think Fans Project was just announced that they were going to be at the next TFCon also in Canada. So whenever that is, I'm sure we'll get some information out of that.
That's the end of July, I think.
So that's probably the next time we'll get news out of Fans Project.
Yeah, I would
Oh.
assume so.
But so like everything else, it's going to just have to be a wait and see kind of thing.
Hmm.
Yep. Okay. Anything else news-wise worth bringing up?
The video game.
Oh yeah. Why don't you talk about that?
Okay, so as everyone knows, there will be another video game coming out that's going to come out right around the same time of the movie. It's called Rise of the Dark Spark.
Mm-hmm. It's called Dark of the Moon.
It's called Dark of the Moon.
Rise of the Dark of the Moon.
With a sprinkle of Revenge of the Fallen. And no, but it'll be out, I believe it's the week before the movie comes out. So maybe the 17th or 18th or... but we will be doing a review in some capacity of the game.
Yep. We sure will. It'll be great. I probably should finish the first 2 games in the what is it, Fall of Cybertron and
War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron.
Yeah, I should probably finish those first.
Honestly, you could just do Fall.
Yeah, you can just stop with War.
I'm like 3/4 of the way through War. I gotta play Skyrim, dude. I can't help it. I'm like 1,000 hours into Skyrim, and I need to I've got lots of I've got lots of mining left to do. Dude, I've got to play my Skyrim.
And it's not really news, Brian, but for anyone wondering, Scrapnel and Tailgate are hitting U.S. retail, and I have seen them at Targets.
And Scrapnel's extremely nice.
It is nice.
That he is. Mine has a wobbly antenna. But
I think they all do. Mine has... It's the left one, right?
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's the right one on mine.
Oh, okay.
His right side.
Well, the good thing is that means he can pick up UHF now.
Yeah, that would be a mandible, wouldn't it? Not an antenna.
Well, in robot mode, it's an antenna.
Okay.
Yeah, it's his right side in robot mode, but it's the left side for insect mode.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's the same on all of them. And actually, this week, I posted a video review of that at T-Formers.
I watched it.
Yeah, check it out.
Oh, thank you.
Very nice.
You did a video review of it? Awesome.
Yes, I did.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
I got a couple more in the pipeline, too, so... Keep an eye on that. T-Formers is going to start having a little bit more video content, originally produced video review content.
Sweet.
Awesome.
I look forward to it.
Yes. Okay, let's go ahead and take a break. We will jump to Q&A with Rob Springer, and after that, we will be back.
You boys a bit bored? Snap into it! Snap into a Slim Jim!
Hey guys, it's Rob, and this week's question comes from four, 5, 6, 8, 9, 4, 3, 2. This one comes from a series of numbers. If I was to say anything, I guess someone held on to their old CompuServe email address. Series of numbers goes on to ask, are you ready for Transformers? Well, thank you for your question, series of numbers. And what context are you asking me? I'm going to assume the new movie, which I guess so. I mean, it's everywhere. You know, I work every day, so I'll be able to buy my ticket and buy me an aquarium-sized soda, probably a Coke Zero. For some reason I buy that thing, I feel a little guilty, so I get the Coke Zero. Which is ridiculous, because, you know, I ate like a pizza or something before I even came, so I don't know why I bother with the Coke Zero, but, yeah. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I mean, I'm not expecting the greatest movie in the world, but I'm hoping I'll have a good time with it. Looks fun. It looks fun. What are you asking me, series of numbers? Are they coming? Is Transformers coming and I need to prepare for them? I mean, Is this like that old song? Are you ready for this? And it's like da na 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 na, you know, and you know, it started off as like a club thing, but then it became like a jock thing where every basketball game it gets played or something. Is it like Too Unlimited music? Am I ready for this? But it's like a remix, and it goes, "Are you ready for this? Transformers, do 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 do." Is it like that? Because you know, Jock Jams, Volume 500. Why is there 500 volumes of Jock Jams? It's like, "Are you ready for this?" and Twilight Zone and like Rock and Rule, and it's like the same 4 songs over and over. You know, I'm not much of a jock or one at all, and I don't do, you know, sports. But is there another song added to Jock Jams? Is there a "Are you ready for this" remix in there where they say, "Are you ready for this?" and some football? Da na 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 na. I mean, to be honest with you, I always kind of wonder what the "this" I'm supposed to be ready for is. I'm guessing it's Transformers. I think I'm What the hell are you asking me? I mean, thanks for your question, but I think you left some out. Series of numbers. Are you ready for Transformers? And I got the feeling he or she would answer, "Yeah!" while I'm sitting here dumbfounded. It's very bright today. As you can tell, behind me, it's like a nuclear reactor out there. I'm not ready for that. I feel a little weakened by its power, to be honest with you. I'm not ready for that. Are you ready for some Creo? Then you should go out and buy the Creo Character Encyclopedia. Comes with it, Ryan packs, and it's fun. It goes through the different series. You know, it goes from the beginning of Creo. They're like see here the Battle for Energon series, the ones that came with the banner, those sets. You know, Beast Hunters. So here's Shockwave from Beast Hunters, and it's fair. It's like it's got his item number and what set he came with and how many pieces it was in, and gives us bio. Shockwave is a cold, calculating. I said A because I'm ready for this. Shockwave is cold, calculating, and logical. These are all traits that make him a merciless Decepticon warrior. That is, unless you turn on the song "Shake Your Bot Bot." It's his favorite. Are you ready for some jokes? Ah! You know, and it's got the custom crayons, and it's got a little checklist. I don't know. I need to really sit here and go through it and see if it's got all the exclusives, because I don't have all the exclusives, but I got a good bit of them. I don't have that New York Comic Con blue Bumblebee. Hoping to rectify that eventually. And it does like the Micro Changer series. Yeah, I need to go through some further, see if it's got all the exclusives and all that. When it comes to Micro Changers, it ends with Series 3 because the book had to end at some point to be published. So I'm sure in the next volume we'll pick up where it left off. So, and it's got the combiners. And it's got the combiners up to, looks like up to Abominus, so Minosaur and Computron aren't in it, or the newer guys, but like I said, probably volume 3. Buy this book if you like crayons, because, you know, it'll like save your life. Are you ready for that? And you know what else I'm ready for? Because I bought it. The Grimlock Unleashed Crayon set. You make a G1 Grimlock out of blocks. And then it comes with all these rad crayons. It comes with the new GTF4. Are you ready for this? Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Galvatron. Galvatron looks pretty sweet. I mean, it's like a mirror. I'm trying to see. There. And then Lockdown. You ready for that? And then, are you ready for this? Da-na-na-na-na, Grimlock, G1 Grimlock. And he's got a separate head with his crown on. You ready for that? I didn't think so. I like Creo. GD it. Shut the front door. I'm ready for it. What are you asking me? What is the answer to your riddle? Thank you for your question. Please send more questions that aren't unanswerable riddles to rob@tfradio.net. And please, if that don't work for you, you can go through our Facebook or our Twitter or our Google Plus. No one uses Google Plus, but we have one. You can go through our Pinterest. Apparently it's for more than posting recipes to your board saying, one day I'm going to cook this. I'm ready for this. And, if you go to tfradio.net, there's all our shows and the show times. Are you ready for that? Huh? You can answer that one for me? Series of numbers? Yeah, that's what I thought. And are you ready for this? You can go to my blog, roborobspringer.tumblr.com. Not .net, like I foolishly said last week. No one called me on that, but I was listening going, oh, that's the wrong website. And you can be ready for some of my blogging, yo. Which ain't that good, just pictures of stuff of me saying like, turds. Ready for some turds? I don't know what you want from me. I like Transformers. Okay, I think I'm ready for them. Let me choke it back. Hold it together. Don't be bullied by this series of numbers and his unanswerable question. Yeah. You can even ask me a question on the blog. You know how you feel when you ain't ate in a while? Yeah, I'm going to go eat something. Yeah, I'm going to have a good cry. Because this question can't hurt me anymore. So, everyone out there, except for series of numbers, you have a good week, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. And series of numbers, I hope you get what's coming to you, Mr. or Mrs. or whatever you say you are.
Radio Free Cybertron will return after these messages.
Max Steel's Robo Force!
Hunter the Conqueror is about to attack Max Steel the leader! Wrecker the Demolisher to the rescue!
Ideal's new Robo-Force. Warrior robots with gripper bases and crusher arms, each sold separately.
Hundred's escaping!
Okay in there?
Okay, Dad! But we won't be safe till we're rid of Hundred.
Hundred the Conqueror, Max Steel the leader, Wrecker the Demolisher, each sold separately. New from Ideal's Robo-Force.
You can hear our show on Stitcher Smart Radio. Stitcher allows you to listen to your favorite shows directly from your iPhone, Android phone, BlackBerry, or Palm phones. On demand and on the go. Don't have Stitcher? Download it for free today at Stitcher.com or in the app stores. Stitcher Smart Radio, the smarter way to listen to radio.
Battle Beast Wood! Fire! Fire burns wood! Battle Beast Fire! activate their battle badges.
I got fire! I got water! Water beats fire!
Battle Beast can grow into an army. Collect all 84. Battle Beast.
Radio Free Cybertron is teamed up with Kokomo Toys and Collectibles in Kokomo, Indiana. If you're in the Kokomo area, visit our store for a huge selection of new and classic toys. Visit online at www.kokomotoys.com for our address and store hours. While you're there, check out our listing of pre-order items, as well as visit our eBay store. Visit us at www.kokomotoys.com. That's KOKOMOTOYS.com. We're also on Facebook. We now return to Radio Free Cybertron.
We are back. A couple reminders. Don't forget, if you want to submit an episode to our Best of JD Tribute Memorial Show, you have until June 13th, which is a Friday. Contact at tfradio.net or Brian at tfradio.net will be the best ways to do it. And again, we hope to have some sort of live stream, probably not from Botcon, because they don't want you to do that during the Hasbro panel. But as news is coming out, that's always like my favorite. So the Hasbro panel and Toy Fair are pretty much my two favorite moments in Transfandom, in the Transformersdom. I actually own Transformersdom.com. I should use that. But those are like my two favorite points every year. So we'll probably do a live stream during that just to talk about the news as it comes out. So that'll be fun. And, of course, we will have a review of Age of Extinction, not Dark of the Moon. We already have one of those. We'll have a review of Age of Extinction the Friday that it is released. So look out for that. So.
Now, for the JD tribute show, you're going to pull some clips from the show after BotCon 2012, right? Because JD stories.
Oh yeah, let me email myself that one because I will forget otherwise. So that was the SDCC show.
No, SDCC was not immediately after BotCon that year.
Oh, BotCon 2012. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was thinking that was the other JD story.
No, the JD's. No, we don't. I don't think we have that recorded.
I wish we did.
No,
I might actually.
I know.
I might actually have that somewhere.
Well, look for it. No, but the BotCon 2012 wrap up episode, because JD's many stories of BotCon would be a great thing to put in the tribute episode.
That's right.
But yeah, look for the other thing too, because that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Some of us would really like to hear that again.
Yeah, I know. So we'll see how that works out. Man, I wish I hadn't deleted all of my Skype recordings over the years, because I had tons of stuff that I ended up just having to purge. Live and learn.
Yeah, you never purge, you just buy more storage.
That's true. Storage drops. Well,
storage is cheap.
Storage is cheap.
I mean, you can get like a 64 gigabyte flash drive for like $25. That will hold like literally 4 or 5 years of Skype recordings.
Well, I also have like 100 gigs of Dropbox, 100 gigs of OneDrive.
Yeah, what? Well, yeah, and that worked for you because you got like usable upstream speed. Yeah. But
dude,
for me, it's more
I found out that we have gigabit Ethernet in town. I may have to move to another part of the town to get it, but I think I will.
Kim's gonna love that.
I know.
Yeah. We have to move.
I can just see the conversation. Hey, Kim, we're moving. Why? Faster internet.
It's on the side of town closest to the Google data center that's nearby.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's not Google internet, but I guess they're trying to cater to the Googlers who live there. So
Googlers.
I think they're called Googlers. I think they call themselves Googlers. But yeah, I guess otherwise that pretty much does it for this week. We will be back next week. Is it the classic crew? Classic-ish.
I think next week is the Mickey, Rob, Exvee, maybe John show.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So we'll do that. We'll figure out something for like you other screwballs.
Yeah, screwballs.
Well, these three can record a rewind while we're.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Oh, hey, yeah.
jump on a Google Hangout while we're recording RFC, and you guys can do a couple rewinds.
Actually, now that Skype is free, he could do.
Or well, that too. I don't know if anyone's set up for Skype recording that way.
Diecast is.
Yeah.
Diecast is.
All right.
So I guess that will do it. So we'll be back next week, hopefully with a Transformers Rewind, hosted by Don or somebody. TBD, we'll figure that out. So I guess that's it. So see you then. Have a good one.
Take care, everybody.
See you later.
This has been Radio Free Cybertron. Visit us at tfradio.net for show notes and to subscribe to the podcast. Follow us on Twitter at tfradio for news and updates. Watch our live stream at tfradio.net/live. Join our Facebook fan page at facebook.com/tfradio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, TF Radio Network. Have a question or comment? Leave it on our Facebook fan page or mail it to contact@tfradio.net. This podcast is released under a Creative Commons license. Any part of this podcast can and should be redistributed, but please, proper attribution is required if you know what's good for you. Jeez, when are these guys ever going to move out of their parents' basements?